Let me do 2 pounds right on flex.
Yeah, why? We're running a little lower.
No, I'm just asking. No, we don't have any here, so.
No, that's pretty good. You can do like 2 flex, 1 bar, 2 bar, whatever.
What happens if you use my rug? Hello, everybody. We are ATC Rug Washing, Specialty Cleaning Services. Just going to wait a few more minutes for a couple more people to join. But this is one of our live Q&A AMA style videos. So we are going to be washing a whole bunch of rugs. We've got 8 or 9, maybe 10 rugs for you today. If you use your rug as a toilet for almost 30 years, I mean, we can clean it for you, B. But I don't know if you might have some other problems at home if that's the case. Ooh, a lot of dirt in this one. Damn it. This one might be pretty good. And if you guys are just tuning in, this is one of our live Q&A style rug cleaning videos. We're going to do a whole bunch of different types of rugs here today. We do a few styles of these live videos. And the first thing we are doing here is we are just wetting the rug out. And then we like to give the rug a pre-scrub and rinse. And that allows us to get any of the loose dirt out of this rug. Now, this rug doesn't have any urine on it, just a regular clean. But I do see a lot of dirt. And this step also allows us to remove and check to see if our customer maybe tried to use any soap on this rug, because we don't want our cleaning chemistry to mix with anything that they put on the rug. Good morning, Patrick. Thank you for tuning in again. And we've got one rug on the side here waiting to go. And that one is actually dwelling in our pet treatment. This one here, just a wool rug. Pretty normal wash outside of the pet urine. And again, this is a pre-scrub and rinse. Let's see what we get out. Yeah, see all that dirt that's just coming out from just water and agitation. And again, if you're just tuning in, we are ATC Rug Washing, coming at you live from New York. A beautiful sunny day here on Long Island in Farmingdale. My name is Pat. I'll be your host for the next few hours behind the camera here, answering any questions you guys have, as well as kind of taking you through each process, each rug we do, the process of how we're cleaning it, why we're cleaning it that way, just general stuff like that. Now, if you've never seen our channel before, we are an actual rug cleaning facility here, and we only clean rugs for actual customers. We do not make rugs dirty on purpose for content, but we know that rug cleaning has become very popular, in part because of the people who make rugs dirty on purpose. So we're just trying to give everybody a little bit of insight into how an actual rug shop cleans rugs. And this is our bucket drop. Unfortunately, do we have a no questions asked policy? We do have to ask questions because we need to know what it is that we're trying to remove. And it sounds like it might be something a little bit more nefarious than ketchup there. See what I did there? Anyway, so we're going to be cleaning a whole bunch of rugs here today. And this, we're in the process of doing two at the same time here. We do not use any rainwater. That's not a bad idea, though. We might want to look into that. I don't know how we would hold enough of the water. Because we use so much water in the cleaning process, I think we would run through that water really quick. Nefarious, yes, we are located in NY. Oh. And actually, I got a customer here. I'll be right back. But please, hold on one second. I will get to all your questions today. Just let me help this person really quick, and I'll be right back. And enjoy the scrubbing action. Guys, make sure we power wash the floors. I can tell you this. The weather changes as well. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let's see. All right, so let's see some of the questions we have here. How much do you charge per rug? So all of our prices vary. They're all by the square foot. So usually it's based on two things: the material that the rug is made of. So synthetic rugs on the lower end. Next would be wool, and then more unique fibers like viscose, and then silk and cotton. And then we so there's a base cleaning price for that. And then if we have to remove any kind of odors or urine or anything, we have to like disinfect the rug and remove the odor. There's an additional charge for that. But in general, it ranges between $2.25 to $5 per square foot. Yes, we are located in New York. We're on Long Island. And I'm glad you appreciate the humor. Thank you. My dog scrapes its butt across the rug. Can you get the stains out? We can. And actually, dog feces in general, is a lot easier to remove than urine. And we clean a ton of rugs with urine. How much liters are you using annually? Honestly, no idea. You guys can rinse it back. Yeah. Usually we go through maybe about 500 or 600 gallons a day that we wash, maybe a little bit more. So I know, Vernon, thank you for watching. Thank you for the question as well. Can we use Tide Boost on synthetic rugs? You can. It's just not overly effective compared to some of the other cleaning solutions that we use. I know I see a lot of people with the at-home videos, like the DIY how to clean my rug videos. They use Tide Boost. And again, Tide it's a really good cleaner for clothing. But wow, so much dirt. But it's not really formulated for rugs specifically, and a lot of the different types of dirt and stains you find on rugs. So a lot of the cleaning solutions we use, especially for synthetic rugs, are more equipped to handle body oils that build up on rugs, and that could be from our customers just walking on their feet. If they have pets, definitely any kind of dog or cat or whatever that lays on a rug, the body oils really start to accumulate, and synthetic rugs especially, the polypropylene specifically, actually is very attracted to body oils. And in a Tide Pod, you're not going to have the proper cleaning agents that remove that kind of stuff. So you just have to do more work in order to get the job done correctly. And thank you for watching. I'm glad we can help you, glad our relaxing cleaning videos help you sleep. So what we're doing now on this rug here, we are power washing the side cords. And the side cord is the binding that's around the entire rug. And the most efficient way for us to clean it is to just power wash that dirt right out. And it's funny, this is a very quick process to clean these side cords. And if we forget this step, it takes a very long time to try to do this by hand, even with like a little bit of tinier machines that we may use. How many rugs do we clean a day? Give me 1 second. It's a very good question. I'll get to that one second. Hello, Leslie. Good morning. And we do have to be careful with the power washer on these rugs. So if we go too close to the rug and we hit the actual rug fibers, we can cause a little bit of damage. All right, so now you guys can hear me a little bit better. Let's answer that question. So, how many rugs do you clean a day? That really depends on the size of the rugs and what's going on with the rugs. So typically it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to clean a rug if it's just normal dirt, normal just a lived on rug. But rugs that have urine take significantly longer and they take up more of our wash floor. So in general though, we can clean somewhere between like 20 to 40 or so a day. Occasionally we have a lot of small rugs up to 50. And we are actually putting a couple pieces in place that will allow us to do a little bit more. So our wash floor here, if you've seen some of our videos, sometimes you can tell it's relatively small. We are going to double the size of it. We're going to take over this whole area here, and that will help us. We did a video yesterday on a rug that was bigger than our wash floor, and it'll really save us a lot of time, and we'll be able to do the same job just easier. Do we make a living cleaning rugs? So this is actually a very new part of our business. Our existing business, we're actually a third generation company. I'm actually the third generation here. And since 1978, we've actually been in the office cleaning business. But during COVID, we realized that less and less people were going into offices, so we better figure out a way to get into their houses. And we figured out that nobody's really doing this in our area. And now we kind of started this during COVID. We took this part of our business very seriously last year, and it's growing very rapidly, which is a great thing. And we really appreciate all of our customers for that. And now this year, we've taken it even more seriously than last year. So we've really only been in the rug business. I look at it really only for this is like our second real year. We had like a year zero. But it's slowly but surely we're getting there. Joe and Anthony are not here today. They will be back next week. Anthony had a couple of family things he had to take care of while he was down in Florida, so he's off this week. And then they make such a good pair. We gave Joe the day off as well. But we'll be back to it next week. Budsville, thank you. Mike, yes. Yeah, we do. So we don't clean every day of the week. We try to do like 2 bigger cleaning days every week. But we actually get a lot of work from, we do a lot of wholesale work as well. So we work with a lot of other carpet cleaners because any kind of reputable carpet cleaner if you ask them to clean a rug in your home, depending on the type of rug you have, they will tell you that it's not something they should do in your house. So we've partnered with a lot of really good carpet cleaners on Long Island here, and they're able to sell this service to their customers, and we clean them for them. The other type of work we get a lot of is we work with some restoration companies, specifically restoration dry cleaning companies. And they're the companies where after there's a flood in a house, they take out all of the clothing, the kids' toys, anything that's like light and removable. And part of that, they take out like draperies. And part of that service is also to clean rugs. They just do not have the facility to clean rugs. So we partnered with a few restoration companies as well, and we get all kinds of weird situations with rugs. A lot of rugs that have been near fires, so very heavily smoke-filled. A lot of rugs that have been in floods, stuff like that. So there's definitely a demand for this kind of service, one way or another. Grubby, there's actually, I don't know what part of Pennsylvania you're from. I actually know a very reputable rug cleaner in, I believe he's in Pittsburgh. Mike, I would love to do that eventually. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to maximize New York. But definitely something we would love to do down the road. Now, we are actually, so on our YouTube channel, we've been getting a pretty high demand of people asking us, because it's been growing. We're really happy. Thank you all very much for watching. But as more people watch us, a lot of people are starting to ask, and by the way, this is our rug Centrifuge. We'll get into that in a little bit. We'll see what's coming out of this rug. Anyway, so a lot of people have been asking us if they could send rugs to us, and we are trying to figure that out now. I know there's some companies who do that, so we're trying to figure out the most seamless way for you guys on YouTube to actually send us your rug, and then we'll make some videos on your rug. We'll make your rug famous. And again, yeah, but we're trying to work on that. That should come out in another week or two. JT, yeah, it actually is. So this job is pretty fulfilling. We like that compared to our other business where we clean offices, where every day we're just doing the nightly, just the basic kind of cleaning task. There's no real wow effect. But when we clean a rug, these rugs here, especially like the one we just cleaned right now, we take out so much dirt and they look so much like newer. We bring so much life back into these rugs for people. Their reaction is much different than we're used to in our other business. And that rug is now in our rug Centrifuge. If you're not familiar with, if you've never really seen the rug cleaning videos, you might not be familiar with this machine. This, what this does is it allows us to thoroughly rinse the rugs after we clean them, and then actually get them very dry. So the rug that we just put in there, that synthetic rug, will get about 95 to 97% dry in 3 minutes in that machine. Now, we keep the rugs in the machine sometimes up to 10 minutes because we're doing a lot of rinsing, but once we're done rinsing the rug, in 3 minutes, we get a rug like that about 95 to 97% dry. Now, this rug that was rolled up here, this is has been soaking in our pet treatment. So this rug did have some urine issues. There's actually a pretty bad, like, urine stain on the front, which I think we're starting to break up and come out. We'll see when we turn it over. This is the back of the rug right now. Ballpark, how much did I pay for the setup to have to clean the whole setup we have here in the shop? It's been in pieces over the last 2 years. We made a couple of mistakes. This is actually the second centrifuge that we bought. But if we were recreating this, you probably would need somewhere around like $300,000 to actually build out this facility. And we made a couple of not really mistakes, but we didn't realize that how many rugs we would get, so we kind of planned for a little bit less, and we thought this would kind of be like a little side part of our business, and now we're really trying to make it a big focal point of our business. So we've had to get better equipment, get more drying racks, and now even like now we have to get a bigger wash floor. I don't think you need all of that right away, but it's sort of a good problem to have. But everything we've kind of made in this business, we just keep reinvesting until we get to the point where we think we, can actually start servicing the area we need to service. So where we get the wash floor from, Leslie, he can't find this material in all white. So we're going to probably replicate a little bit of what we did down here, but maybe a little bit better. We kind of just tried something here and learned a little bit by doing this. So we're going to try to, at the very least, we'll have the same thing going on. But if we can, we'll try to make it more white. The only problem is the way that we've attached this to the floor. The type, we're using a waterproof tape around the edges so it doesn't come up. We don't want to get any water trapped under there. That tape, when we step on it, it's leaving a little bit, it's very slippery. So I don't want my guys to get hurt. So the way I'm going to kind of modify even the way we did this a bit if I can. And then as long as I can safely do it, I will make more of the wash floor white. JT, it really depends on how many rugs we clean. But I'd say somewhere in the ballpark of like 600 or so, maybe 900 gallons. And we do get asked a lot if we recycle the water at this, because this is so new for us. We're looking into that. We just don't do it yet. And actually, our water cost here in New York is actually very cheap. So we're trying to figure out a way that it makes sense, economically for us to do it as well. Anthony, great question. Do we clean Egyptian rugs? Yes, we clean every rug type. And actually today, so we washed this rug here is wool. The one we just cleaned is a synthetic rug. And today we're just going to have a mix of synthetic rugs and wool rugs. We do a lot of, in our area, we get a ton of viscose rugs, so we clean those as well. And we even get some animal pelts sometimes. And again, thank you all very much for watching and for your questions. I do appreciate them. Makes my job a little bit easier here. How long have we been doing this? So I had touched upon this a little bit before. We've really only been seriously cleaning rugs for 2 years. Now, we have a lot of carpet cleaning experience, but our actual business, our main business, is office cleaning. We do like 50 different locations every night, Monday to Friday, sometimes on the weekends. And in those locations, we've done a lot of carpet cleaning, tiling, grout cleaning, furniture cleaning, stuff like that. But during COVID, we realized that less and less people every day were going into offices. So we wanted to figure out a way to start getting into our customers' homes. And when we did the numbers and we had this facility that we're in right now, we had half of it. We actually just expanded to, you can see it in the distance there, we cut a hole in the wall. We actually expanded to double the size. But that, because we had the facility and we know a few carpet cleaners, and we all thought it would make sense we could work together. We decided to get into rug cleaning. Do we use hot or cold water? So we never use any hot water on the wash floor. We just use room temperature water. So it does change a bit during the seasons. But in general, we do not want to really use hot water because it can make the color come out of wool rugs and can have some other detrimental effects to some of the way that certain rugs are constructed. So we just use room temperature water. Okay, next question. How long does it take to dry the rugs? So all of our rugs that are able to go into our rug centrifuge, which you see back here, and depending on the type of rug, within 3 minutes of the drying phase, they get anywhere between 90 to 97% dry. So synthetic rugs tend to get the most dry. Wool rugs get the next amount. They get about 92 to 95% dry. And then other, like any kind of cotton rug or viscose rug where they hold a lot of water, they get about 90 to like 92% dry. And then from there, they go in our drying racks to finish drying. Usually a couple of hours, depending on the type of rug, is how long it takes to dry. So a synthetic rug, because they got drier and they tend to dry easier, they only take maybe 2 to 3, 4 hours. On the drying racks, wool rugs maybe take 8 to 12 hours. And then the viscose rugs and cotton rugs, they fully dry overnight. Michael, thank you very much. Appreciate you watching. Where are we located? We are located in New York. We're coming at you live from New York on Long Island. And we are in Farmingdale, New York. So, Mike, that's the biggest problem that people have when they do this type of work in a driveway. Just bear with me 1 second. We actually, that noise you're hearing right now, this is one of our drying racks. And I'll show you guys that in a little bit. It's an automatic lifting drying rack, so you're actually hearing the winch on the machine. All right, so we're gonna get this next rug in the centrifuge. And then we'll get started on the next rug to clean. But back to your the mobile doing it in the driveway. So the biggest problem that you're gonna have in a driveway is getting the rugs actually dry. Synthetic rugs, you definitely can, people can DIY them. You can definitely do this type of work at home. It's obviously gonna take a little bit more elbow grease than here, because you're just not going to have the same equipment we have. So you're going to have to put a little more time into hand scrubbing, and you might have to use more chemistry than we do to really break up some of the dirt. And obviously you will not have the same level of water we have here in our shop, so you're going to have to just really use a power washer without doing any damage to the rug. The problem people have is when they see those videos and then they try to do this on other non-synthetic rugs. And that's where you get a real serious problem. So we get a ton of rugs in our shop that come to us very damaged, either from color loss or color bleeding, or from just now they smell like mold and mildew because they just couldn't get them dry quick enough. We actually have, we have one rug today. That rug you see right in the top there is one of two rugs that our customer tried to clean in their driveway, and after about 3 or 4 days of being outside, it still wasn't dry. What's my favorite rug cleaning channel? I'm a little partial to our channel. No, I do. I like some of the other actual cleaners who are out there. I never really watch any of the ones who make the rugs dirty on purpose. But I used to watch Advanced Cleaning Systems a lot. There's a whole bunch of other channels that are really doing a good job. Watch Mark Sager's channel. I don't really watch as much anymore because I'm so active on making our own content. But before we started our YouTube channel, I used to watch a lot of actual people who you could tell were actually cleaning for customers. Do we use that chemical foam that expands rapidly? No, so that's not really a real cleaning solution. From what I can tell, I think what they're doing, I have seen some of those videos. So you do actually have somebody, I'll get to that question in a second. So that rapid chemical foam, I think what they're just doing is they're putting, they're under diluting rug shampoo. They're putting some food color in it. And then they're putting high pressure water, usually from a power washer. And the high pressure water in conjunction with the undiluted cleaning solution is just making it like an explosion of cleaning solution. It's really a complete waste of cleaning solution and waste of time if you're actually trying to clean rugs efficiently. Amazingly, don't have anything like this in the UK. So I actually think, I watch another channel, the name of their place is called Arcadia Rug Spa, and I'm pretty sure they're actually located in the UK. So if you maybe want to look them up, it's they have a YouTube channel, Arcadia Rug Spa. I'm pretty sure they're in the UK, and you can tell their channel, everything on their channel is purple. So their whole branding is purple. The guy who runs the place, he wears purple shoes. And yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's do put that one there. Let's do the one on the top, and then we'll roll that to the side, and we'll come back. Mike, have we ever really messed up a rug? So there was one rug that I can remember that we may have quote unquote ruined. And when we did it, though, we kind of had a feeling it would happen, so we had a discussion with our customer, and then we cleaned it anyway. So there's a type of rug material called mercerized cotton. It is far and away my least favorite any rug cleaner will tell you it's one of their least favorite types of rugs to clean, especially when it has urine on it. It is if you imagine, let's say you took a water and food coloring and you put it in a cup, and you dipped a cotton ball into the cup, and then you so I'm sorry, I was answering a question from my guys over here. So now you have a red cotton ball, and as you start to wet it, that red color would come out immediately. That's pretty much what they make the rug out of. It's basically an entire rug made out of cotton ball. And when there's urine on it and we have to wash them, we get all the urine out, but oftentimes a lot of the color comes out. So, and it's pretty hit or miss. Sometimes the color stays, sometimes it doesn't. And that's the only type of rug where we have to have a conversation before we clean it, usually, to let a customer know what's going on with the rug. Now, we do have other ways that we clean rugs here. We just tend to show this method because it's what everybody tends to like to watch. But we actually perform a whole bunch of different cleaning methods for rugs. So you're seeing our washing process here. And we also will use a truck-mounted system occasionally. We'll steam clean rugs. Sometimes we'll do that with cold water. Yep. We do end cap type of cleaning, which is a very different type of cleaning process. It's a low moisture cleaning process, and on certain rugs that we tell our customer where we don't want to introduce extra moisture and have any kind of issue with your rug. If there's no urine, especially, we don't really always have to wash a rug, and we can get it very clean by just dusting it and using another method of cleaning. And then we also dry clean rugs. So we use the same chemistry that you'll find at a clothing dry cleaner. We just have it set up and modified for rug cleaning. Hello again, Stephen. Thank you, Leslie. What is the machine he put the rug in? So that is our rug centrifuge. And what that does allows us to rinse the rug very thoroughly, way more thoroughly than we can on the wash floor. And then once we stop rinsing the rug, we actually are able to get the rug very dry very quickly. So in about 3 minutes of the drying part of the process, we can get rugs anywhere between 90 to 97% dry, depending on the type of rug we put in there. Now, this rug here, this is a tufted rug, and this is one of the rugs I was talking about that one of our customers tried to clean themselves. Now, the construction of this rug makes it basically impossible to get this rug dry if you do not have the proper drying technique and drying facility to dry it. So our customer tried to clean this rug. They power washed it. Actually had some couple of pet issues, some feces, some stuff like that, and they were able to power wash all that off. And then 3 days later, the rug was still wet, and now it started to have a very bad mildew odor to it. Now, this particular rug, the way they make this rug, you saw the back of the rug looked a little bit different than the front. This is like a 3-part construction rug. So you have the front of the rug, and in this case, this is actually synthetic, but they make these rugs out of everything. In between, and then on the back, there's a canvas on the rug. It kind of holds the rug together. Now, in between the canvas is a layer of latex. When you wash these rugs, sometimes even for us, when we wash them quickly, some of that latex starts to break up and fall out of the rug. But if you leave a rug wet like this for 3 days, you're going to actually start to really break down and potentially ruin the rug. Now, our customer was lucky. This one actually kind of held up okay, so we're actually able to clean it for them. But now they really just wasted all that time trying to clean this rug themselves at home, and now they had to pay us to clean it anyway. Samaya, hello. Thank you for tuning in again. Thank you all very much for tuning in. And I see a lot of our regulars here today, and I really, really appreciate all you guys constantly tuning in. I wish we could do a Q&A every day. I wish I could too. It is a little taxing on my voice sometimes. I think my voice is actually getting better at it now that we're doing, it's like strengthening a bit. But unfortunately, well, number one, we don't clean rugs every day in our shop, so I try to do as many of these as I can. We're going to stick to the Thursday one every Thursday, doing one of these, the longest one I can every week, probably about 3-4 hours. And then sometimes, like yesterday, we did one. If there's a unique rug, I'll try to do a Q&A because just to kind of really explain what's going on with it. And then we also do, if you guys are not familiar with our channel, we do some regular live videos as well, kind of like a CCTV style where we just put the camera on and just let you guys watch. Let's put this one on a little pole, and then we'll go to that one, yeah. And if you are just tuning in, we are ATC Rug Washing and Specialty Cleaning Services. We are cleaning a whole bunch of rugs for you today. And we're coming at you live from New York. We are on Long Island in a town called Farmingdale. And let's see over here. So, now this rug just came out of the centrifuge, and I still see a little bit of that urine staining there. Now, urine staining specifically, we have a very hard time removing on the wash floor. So once that rug is dry, we will actually work on that stain, and our success rate is pretty high. Jamie, do me a favor if you could. Can you take a picture of that spot? So I'm gonna have Jamie here. This is Jamie, by the way. She does all of our filming, all the shorts, all the long videos that we film. So I'm gonna have her take a picture of that, and then we'll show you a before and after in a couple of days. We'll put it as one of the community posts, so you can get an idea of how successful we were with that one. All right, so now this rug, the main priority now is to try to get some of that mildew smell out of it. So we're just gonna roll it up to the side, let that chemistry do its job, and we're gonna get to the next rug, which is right over there. So, Mike, I don't think so, because the machine is so violent. It needs to actually be kind of secured into the floor. Now, this one is much safer than the one we used to use. Our old centrifuge. This one's got a little bit of something going on right here. You can see all that. Now, some of this is traffic pattern, so you can kind of tell where maybe like a table was over here, maybe there was a couch right here. Now, we'll obviously get this area a lot cleaner. But that traffic pattern where you walk constantly on this type of rug will always be a little damaged. So you'll always see a little bit of that, but there's definitely a lot of dirt in there. And the problem, Mike, is even if you could, let's say, bring a centrifuge to somebody, number one, it runs off of a 220 outlet, so you need a dedicated line for it. But let's say you did solve that problem. It does not get the rugs 100% dry. So you need the proper drying facility to either hang these rugs or put them on the floor. And actually, we're building in our shop a completely climate controlled. Now, the whole shop itself is climate controlled, but we are actually turning that side of our facility into a literally zero humidity. So we are going to put double the amount of dehumidifiers that you would require for that space. And we are going to literally have maybe one of the driest rooms in New York. Keelan, what do we do every day? So, well, a big part of this business is the pickup and delivery aspect. There's a lot of that. And we are running our other main business, which is our office cleaning business. And what we're doing here, the first step we take when we clean this type of rug, any rug really, there's only one type of rug we don't do what I'm about to say. We like to give it a pre-scrub and rinse. So we wet the rug out, we run one of our cleaning machines on it, and we just get that water out. We want to see how much dirt we can get out before putting any soap, and we also want to see if our customers have tried to use any soap on this rug, maybe left some of that behind, and we don't want our cleaning solution to mix with whatever they put on it. And you can kind of get a little view here. As we hang the rugs, they go on one of these automatic racks. Now we have another one of these we just installed on that other side, and we're actually going to move the one that's right behind me, so you won't really hear that sound anymore in a couple weeks when I do these videos. Is my carpets at home clean? I got to be honest, not as clean as my wife would like them to be. I'm always getting yelled at we didn't clean the couch enough either. But sometimes it's hard for me to send my guys when they have other work to do to my own house. You might want to do a brush bro on this one. This is, it's pretty beat up. Maybe when we turn it over, we'll do this and then we'll switch the machine, yeah. And when I see a rug that has this much soil on it, I'm gonna make a decision here to change up the machine we use, because this other machine we're about to set up is a little bit of a better fit. Now, actually, guys, I'm pretty sure this is a free rug.
Only one of those today, too.
Just go. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit, see if I missed any other questions. I don't think so, but if you had asked something and I missed it, just ask again, please. I will do my best to answer every question I see today. And again, if you guys are just tuning in, so now what we're doing right now, this is our CRB machine, a little bit different machine than this, much more aggressive, and works really well on synthetic fibers. The way this machine works, it has two, CRB stands for counter rotating brushes. So one brush goes one way, the other brush goes the other way, and it allows us to really drive the cleaning solution deeper into the rug while at the same time pulling up the fibers and pulling a lot of dirt out with it. So now if we do somebody's wall-to-wall carpet in their home, and if they have a pet, we always vacuum the carpets first with a regular vacuum. And then when we run this machine, the amount of pet hair we remove from the carpet is actually crazy. If you don't put, they make an attachment for this that it's almost like two metal boxes. One goes on the front, one goes on the back. And when we run this machine, if we don't have them on, you see pet hair flying all over the place. How many rugs can you clean a day? So depending on the type of rugs we are cleaning and what's going on with them. So rugs with urine typically take longer. Rugs without urine don't take as long. So in general, now you're watching a rug here, this rug doesn't have any urine, so the process is going a lot faster. But in general, if a rug doesn't have urine, it takes somewhere between like 15 to 20 minutes to clean. And then rugs with urine can take a lot longer depending on what's going on with them. Now, that doesn't mean we have to constantly put labor towards them, but the cleaning solutions really need to work. They need to sit there and dwell. So in general, though, we clean somewhere between like 20 to 40 a day. We're setting up the shop now where we only are going to clean every Tuesday and then every half a day every Thursday. So we're going to try to clean like 60 a day on a Tuesday if it's possible. Sierra, you can. So hello, Sierra. And again, I see a bunch of people jumping in and out. So we are ATC Rug Washing. We're coming at you live from New York. We are on Long Island. My name is Pat. I'm going to be your host for the remainder of this live today. Should be another 2 to 3 hours or so. And you're very welcome, Sierra. And we're coming at you with just a whole bunch of rugs to clean today. A nice little mix, nothing too crazy. I think we have one rug later that might be a bleeder, so that's always fun when we do those live, and we'll get into that if it's happening. And what they're doing now, they're just going to let this rug sit for like 2 minutes to let that cleaning solution break down any body oils that might be on this rug. Don, you're very welcome. Now, our colors here are red, white, and blue, which you can sell, on the walls here. Actually, the company who makes all of our equipment here, their standard color is this red, but we did kind of go with some blue equipment as well. How long does it take to clean rugs? So depending on the type of rug we have, that's going to be change the time. So if we have a regular rug clean, no urine, anything like that, usually takes about 15 minutes. I can't believe how quiet it got. It's usually so loud in here. But rugs with urine can take a lot longer. So they could take up to like 40 minutes to even up to like 2-3 hours. Now, a lot of that time, we're not really working on them. We're just letting the cleaning solution do its job. But they do take up more space and more wash floor. So we do charge a little bit more specifically for urine. So satisfying to watch. Thank you very much. What happens when the carpet gets damaged while cleaning? So that does not happen to us very often. It's very, very rare. I would say maybe 1 out of every 2,000 rugs gets some kind of damage. Usually that's because we do a very thorough job of inspecting rugs, pre-inspecting rugs before we clean them. And if we think for any reason there's going to be any kind of damage, we have a discussion with our customer, and typically they will elect to have us clean it a different way. So the squeegee, I see that's your favorite part. So we actually just did a poll on our channel, and apparently that's everybody's favorite part. And that's a little confusing to us because our highest viewed videos are the bucket drop videos we do. And nobody voted for them. Very, very strange. Yeah, actually got far and away the least amount of votes. was the thing I thought would have got the most. So. Yeah, guys, if you could, I saw somebody mention, I always forget to ask, but please like and subscribe to our channel if you like our content. If you're new to our channel, we do these videos all the time. We just started doing live videos consistently. We do like 2 or 3 of them a week, one every week. Wow, this is starting to look a lot better. We do one every week where I stand behind the camera and answer as many questions I have, kind of take you through the whole rug cleaning process for every rug that we do. And then we do a couple of other live videos. We just did one for the first time yesterday. We called it our special edition live. We had a very unique rug. So anytime I come across very strange, weird looking rugs, rugs that are going to take a while, that rug took about 2 hours to clean. Well, I'm going to try to do that live and then give you guys that kind of experience as well. And then we also try to do as many as we can CCTV style live videos where we just kind of let the camera run and you just watch us work. All right, so they're going to be power wash. I'm going to get to some of the questions. This part's a little bit loud. I'm just going to let them finish this. What they're doing, if you didn't catch on the last rug, we're power washing the side cords of the rug. And a little hard to see on camera, but I can see already all the dirt in that little cord on the side of the rug there is immediately being expelled from the rug. Now, if we forget to do this step, it takes a long time to do this by hand. And we're basically doing this right now in seconds. Now, you have to be careful when you power wash any kind of rug. And I see DIY videos talking about this all the time. But if you put this power wash, and this is a pretty soft tip, if you put this power wash too close to this rug, you will absolutely create a permanent line in the rug. Guys, let's put a little more soap right here. Let's put a little more soap right here. All right, so this rug is looking a lot better. And Jamie, did you take a picture before? Can you show me? Can you send it to me? So I had Jamie took a picture of this rug before, so I can get an idea of how we're looking so far. But you can see there's definitely some of that traffic pattern I spoke about is still there, but I think we can get a little more of this dirt out. Just send it to me. Just text it. All right, so let's get back to some questions here. Okay. Products sold in stores, are they any good? Yes and no. It really depends on what you are trying to use that product for. For like general cleaning, we're going to make a video on a rug doctor, the kind of machine you can rent at like Home Depot. That'll work pretty well, especially if you don't have any pets or any kind of crazy unique spills. The main problem when people try to clean anything in their home is leaving too much moisture behind. Especially a lot of rugs are on wood flooring, and you do not want to leave water on your wood floors. They will buckle sometimes within 20 minutes. But a lot of the cleaning solutions that you can find in Home Depot, if you actually follow the directions, do a little research online, you will find some stuff that works really well. You just have to make sure that you actually use that cleaning solution for the purpose it's intended, on the material it's intended for. Most of the cleaning solutions that you find are really designed to be used on a rug you're looking at right now, a synthetic rug. They are not meant to be used on wool rugs or viscose rugs or any other kind of rug out there. They're really just meant for the regular kind of, really for wall-to-wall carpet, which is really what this rug is made of here. Mike, you're going to end up making more on this YouTube channel than you get from actually cleaning rugs at one point? I hope so. I'm getting a phone call from one of our carpet cleaners who bring us a lot of rugs. So I'm going to answer this call really quick, and I'll get right back to your questions. Hey, Tom. What's happening? All right, so that was one of our carpet cleaning customers, and they are going to be bringing us a very large rug, a 12 by, he thinks, about 24. And that sounds like that's going to be our next special edition live. So I'm going to try to do that either Monday or Tuesday next week. So yeah, we're going to clean a, pardon my French, huge-ass rug next week. And our new wash floor would be able to hold that rug. So now we have to, it's funny, we don't always get tremendous rugs, big rugs. And it seems like as soon as we ordered it, we're starting to get them all the time. And I imagine as soon as it comes in, we won't get one for months. I think maybe that one corner there. Yep. You might want to put a little down and use the yellow brush. All right, so now Jamie sent me the picture here, and let's see how we're looking. Oh my God. Look at this. Not too bad. Getting there. I do see one little spot in the corner they're going to work on. Maybe try the yellow one. Just a little. Maybe just try it. Yep. And again, our process definitely works. All right, so let me scroll down a little bit here. What tips do we recommend after the carpet clean to make the carpet last longer? So we can put carpet protectant, like a 3M Scotch Guard. We actually have a few types of that. Some people don't love the Teflon component of that. So we do have a couple of options. But that stuff will work really well. It does work up to a point. Over time, you will wear it away. But the best thing you can do to regularly maintain your rugs is to vacuum as often as you can. Now, I read a study. We actually had made a post about this on our Instagram and Facebook channel. You're supposed to vacuum your rug 1 time per week for every person and pet in the home. So a family of 4 with 2 dogs is supposed to vacuum their carpet 6 days a week. Now, obviously, that's not overly practical. But if you're only vacuuming once every 2 weeks, definitely start vacuuming every week. And if you're only vacuuming once a week, maybe start vacuuming twice a week. But that will absolutely make your rug last longer, because what happens is as dust builds up in your rug and you walk on it, dust particles are actually very jagged. And those jagged particles, as you keep walking on the rug, start to actually break down the rug, and that's what makes these traffic patterns that you see on these rugs, and that's actual rug damage. You cannot reverse that. Can you over clean a rug? Not really. I mean, the only thing that would happen if you over clean a rug is you just start to kind of really waste water and cleaning solution. Now you can over scrub a rug if you use one of our machines on the wrong rug fiber. You absolutely can ruin a rug. You would create damage. But our staff is very well trained to really avoid that from happening. This is looking pretty good, guys. Debbie from Rochester, thank you very much for watching. If we ever had to clean bio that's not poo or pee, so we do get a lot of mold and mildew. It's the only other real living thing that we usually come across. I was in a house one time. This was years ago. We were doing some contract work in our other business. We were doing some abandoned homes for a couple of banks. And we went into one of them, and there was actually mushrooms growing all inside the house, which I had never seen before. It was kind of crazy. So the ideal place to clean your rug at home, the garage. The best bet would be to do it out in the sun, hopefully on a very hot day, where you can hopefully get the rug as dry as possible, as quickly as possible. You really don't want your rug to be wet longer, especially like sopping wet, longer than like 12 hours. Yeah, we'll go back to that one, yeah. And just the front. Just the front. Yeah. So the rug that we're just doing there, that pink one, how much would it cost? That's a pretty small rug. How big do you think that rug is? 5x7? 4x6, 5x7. Something like that's gonna be like $80 in the range of that. I don't know how big it is. There's no urine on it, just a regular clean. Trying to make a man get as small as brushes and clean his hands and knees instead of a bigger one. The problem is they don't really make. Sometimes in the little spots, you really just got to use a small brush by hand. Now, we provide our employees with every cleaning tool you could possibly imagine. So sometimes we really, unfortunately, the small stuff by hand, for that 10 seconds there, really is the best thing that you can use. Thank you, Pamela. So on the note of, you guys got a shout out for working very hard. On that note, let's introduce them. So we got Jason here today. And you got Juan in the background here today. My name is Pat. We also got Jamie. You'll see her from time to time. So today you got Juan and Jason. They're doing all of the grunt work here. They're doing all the hard work to actually clean the rugs. And my name is Pat. I'm behind the camera here for you today. And again, we really appreciate you all watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're curious, if you just tuned in, you've never seen any kind of rug shop before, Juan just put that rug into our rug centrifuge. And what that does is it allows us to further rinse the rug to make sure we get our cleaning solution out of the rug, and more on that in a second. So you can see if I zoom in, you can see the water coming out. That water is actually passed through the rug now, out that tube there. And once we're done rinsing the rug, we run the machine for another 3 minutes. And a rug like this will get about 97% dry in that 3 minutes. Now, in terms of leaving some of our cleaning solution behind, and what happens, we get this question sometimes. All of the cleaning solutions we use here, they are surfactant-based cleaners, and they are actually end cap cleaning products. And what that means is when they dry, they actually crystallize. And they easily vacuum away. And they actually take, if you wait a while, let's say now we don't do this in our shop. Every rug that we clean goes through a secondary dusting process to remove anything we left behind. But let's say we did leave some behind, and you put this rug back in somebody's house, and now they don't vacuum for 3 weeks. When they do vacuum, that cleaning solution, the crystallization of that solution will actually make their vacuuming more efficient that first 1 or 2 times. where does the dirty water go? So where we are here, you're allowed to dump carpet cleaning waste as long as it is below a certain pH level, and everything we use here is below that pH level. You're allowed to dump it either to ground or down the sanitary sewer. So in our shop here, it goes down the sanitary sewer. But when I say dump to ground, you're actually allowed to dump carpet cleaning waste like at a customer's house, let's say in a flower bed or some inconspicuous spot in the backyard, as long as it will not run off into any fresh water collection like a storm drain. And all of our water before it gets dumped is actually filtered for large particles. Just unplug the pump when you get a second. Just unplug the pump when you get a second. How often do you recommend cleaning a rug? If you have a normal living scenario, so just a couple of people in the house and no pets, and you vacuum regularly, you don't wear your shoes, you probably can get away with every 18 months or so. We usually tell people between 1 year and 1.5 years is a good number. Now, if you have pets, even if they're urinating on the rug, obviously that's a separate issue. You're going to want to get the rugs cleaned pretty often. But a lot of our customers, when they get a new puppy, they try to potty train the puppy. The puppy has a couple accidents. They bring the rug to us. We clean the rug, and then we give it back to them wrapped so they can store it for a while until they kind of solve that problem. But in general, if you have pets and they lay on the rugs, their body oils are going to accumulate very much quicker. And you definitely want to shoot more towards like the 6-month to 12-month range, depending on the type of rug you have and how much you want to. Just careful when you walk off, and how much you, how long you want that rug to last. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. And you guys can see in the distance how clean that actually came out, especially compared to. Let me grab the picture for you. Compared to our starting point today, which was right here. I'm gonna give them a little direction on the next rug we're gonna clean. And let's go to the one on top there. The one on top, no, the other one. Yep. What rug material do you recommend is the most durable? So the actual most durable type of rug you can get is a wool rug. A handmade wool rug will literally last your entire lifetime. Now, you can go out of your way to ruin it. A lot of pet urine or constantly spilling and stuff like that stuff on it. But in terms of walking on a rug, by far the most durable are handmade wool rugs. And then really this almost in this from the same category, machine-made woven wool rugs are also extremely durable. And if you maintain a wool rug properly, it will last a very long time. Now this one here, the fringes are very dirty. So we're actually gonna work on those a little bit first. So guys, before you do anything, before you wet this rug, I wanna put something into the fringes. All right, so we're gonna pre-treat these fringes because they're exceptionally dirty. Let me see if I zoom in. Yeah, you guys can see how gray and dark they are. And I think we got a little bit of a clean spot kind of right here. This is kind of what they're supposed to look like right here. And definitely a much darker, just dirtier looking fringe right now. So we're gonna pre-treat those, then we're gonna clean the rug. And then we'll power wash the fringes, and then we'll kind of assess where we're at. Now they're always going to look a little darker when they're wet, so we might do a little bit of a touch up once it's dry, once the rug is clean and dry. But we're probably gonna get pretty far with these fringes here on the wash floor. How do you deal with wine stains? So it really depends on what material the wine spilled on. In general, oxygenated cleaning products work extremely well on organic material. So, but they will cause color loss and a whole bunch of other issues if you put it on the wrong material. The main thing, though, whenever you have any kind of wine spill or any kind of spill in general, is you want to treat the spot and then actively rinse it away. Or you don't want to just put something on it and then you just kind of leave it there and you rub it around, and now you've got the chemical you put down plus the wine, and you never really took that out. Soto, we are coming at you live from New York, and we are on Long Island in a town called Farmingdale. On this one, I want to just be careful when you walk. It's gonna be really slippery. It's gonna be really slippery with that. Yeah, I saw. All right, so on this one, I want to lightly wet it, and I want to actually put the wool rub on it. I don't think we have any more Oriental, so the other stuff, the new stuff. Yeah, 20 ounces, 5 gallons. I want to put that on first because I want to work on these fringes before. I don't want to get water in them. I want to get like soap in them next. Okay. So actually, because these are so dirty, we're changing our cleaning method a little bit. We're going to skip the pre-rinse and scrub stage because I want to avoid getting water into the fringes first. So when we clean in general, there's a couple of different principles to cleaning. The first one is first in, last out. So whatever we put into an absorbent material first is going to work the best. So if we would have wet this rug out, these fringes would now be filled with water. And when we have to fight the dirt with all that extra water. And once especially on something like cotton, and these fringes are cotton, once they're very full, it's hard to get any new substance into them. That's why we pre-treated these. We put an actual solvent-based cleaner into these to actually be the first cleaning solution in, and then now instead of putting water, we're actually going to put down our rug cleaning solution, so we actually start to clean them before we actually wet them. A 9, and yep, yeah. So I can't really hide it. And thank you guys all very much for watching. And if you're just tuning in, I do see some people jumping in and out. We are ATC Rug Washing, coming at you live from New York. We're on Long Island, and we're in the process of cleaning a whole bunch of rugs for you today. I think we've got about 3 or so done already. We're cleaning this one here. This is a wool rug with very dirty fringes we're going to work on next. And all right, so I would lightly wet this, and then we'll put that down. Yep. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you all very much for watching. Really appreciate everybody watching, and we also really appreciate all the questions. So this is one of our live Q&As. If you're new to our channel, we do a couple of different live videos, and I'm actually going to be quiet for a second because you can see Jamie making shorts, making short magic. All right, so we do a couple of live, we try to do every Thursday morning. We do a live Q&A like this, where 3-4 hours I talk behind the camera. My name is Pat, by the way. I am one of the owners here. We're a family business, and I am 3rd generation. And you might want to wet this a little more. Yep. And outside of the Q&A style live videos, we do a couple of like CCTV style lives. Just try to give you a little insight. Now, on our channel, we only clean rugs for our actual customers. We do not make rugs dirty on purpose for content. I have to give it a hand to those guys, though. They made rug cleaning kind of famous. on social media. But we're just trying to give everybody an insight of what it looks like to actually run a real working rug shop. Any magical remedy for fecal material? In general, it is actually relatively easy to remove feces from fabric. Now, that part's easy, but you want to make sure that you are using something that is actually going to kill any of the organisms in there. And you might be left with some kind of odor as well. In general, though, back to what I was saying with wine, any kind of organic material, oxygen-based cleaning solutions work exceptionally well, and they do kill a lot of the microorganisms. The only issue is on a wool rug, you really cannot use them. It will absolutely, if you go with one spot, you'll get rid of the poo stain, and then you'll make a brand new stain. You'll take the color out of the rug. Now, you might be able to see it on camera here, but you're starting to see all the body. This looks like body oil to me. That was in the Fringe. That's why we pre-treated them. You can see all that starting to break up in there. In a second, I think we're gonna let's get a little more water on this rug. Let's actually, because this is very dirty. Oof. To the point he's almost making like mud here. This is filthy. Vinegar will work pretty well. The caveat to using vinegar, though, on a wool rug is it's very safe for a wool rug. But vinegar locks stains in. It also locks color in, so that's why vinegar is a really good option for a lot of things on wool rugs, because it won't make the rug bleed. But on urine specifically, it will actually make that yellow color very hard to remove. I'm just trying to think of a good way to do some of this at home. And it's not the easiest sometimes. The main thing, though, anytime you clean anything, is you want to rinse away whatever you did. Now, you can go to maybe like a Home Depot and rent a machine. You just really want to rinse away. You don't want to leave now vinegar and poo in the rug. All right, let's actually give this like a really good, this is filthy. Let's give this a really good rinse. And then let's almost pretend like we're starting to clean the rug now. I can't believe how dirty this is. Yeah. To the point where I might even have you power wash the fringes twice. This is like, this is one of the dirtier wool rugs we've had in a while, actually. This is exceptionally bad. And no pets. No pets. Now, they did smoke in the home. So I'm definitely seeing some of that. And you really don't find as much of that anymore. Not a lot of our customers tend to be smoking in the house anymore. But this particular customer, they do. Woof. It is. Come on, just your body. So let's kind of put you guys in a good position to, let's see if we can see what we see here. It's a little out of the way. Wow, this is. Now, my concern today is the rug that I'm worried about bleeding, not really worried about bleeding, but I think will bleed, is from the same household. So that should be a fun one. Looks like it's getting dirty. Yeah, as we start to unearth all this built up dirt, the rugs, it definitely will look that way a bit. So we're getting a little bit away from the normal way we would clean a rug here. This is just exceptionally dirty. So I'm actually opting to power wash these fringes first, and we're probably going to do this again. So I'm actually going to look it up right now. found it, and I see in the name already. We're going to get into that particular cleaner. I've never used it, but I'm going to get into that in a second. Okay, this is... Now let's get an idea here. Wow, and you can start to see actually how much cleaner the fringes are getting just from the power washer here. Crazy. Okay, let's wet the rug. Let's just really wet it. Wow. Huh? We're gonna do that. That's how we're gonna change that. Let's get through this first part. Let's just rinse all this away first. Let's put a whole bunch of water under this rug too. And then we're gonna then we'll actually start to like the normal process of cleaning this rug. All right, Sarah, so I looked up, I see it's an enzymatic cleaner, so it's using enzymes. Enzymes can work really, really well to clean urine and feces and stuff like that, even on wine sometimes. The only issue, and this is my big gripe with the cleaning product industry, is in order for enzymes to be effective, they need to remain wet. Now, obviously in our shop, not a big problem. But at home sometimes you get back to the point where how wet do you want to leave something for how long? They need to be very wet to work properly. And also, enzymes need to ideally be between around 100 to 115 degrees to work properly. You can get away with like 85 to 90, but as soon as you wet, even if you were able to get the chemical hot, which you definitely should not heat up chemicals, do not do that. Even if you, let's say you had something that was diluted in water and used hot water, you definitely are not going to be able to keep it at that temperature range for long enough for this to work. And yes, you saw us, we put some water under the rug here. And every time we wet a rug and we scrub it and we squeegee it, we're actually pushing a lot of that dirt from the front of the rug through the rug to the back. So we often you'll see us kind of do this step where we put water under the rug. And again, if you're just tuning in, this is this is one of our customers' rugs. I believe they smoke in the house, and this rug has not been cleaned in a very long time. And we're just going to get it as clean as we possibly can. Yeah, I can cut a rug too. Actually, normally on our Thursdays when we have Anthony and Joe, they're singing and dancing all day. So if you tune in next week, you'll catch Anthony and Joe singing and dancing. We cut a rug on the rugs often. You know what's crazy though? I don't really smell anything too. I mean, my nose is terrible, but I don't really smell anything too crazy on this one. All right, so what I'm going to say, obviously I think we're going to have to do another bucket on the front anyway at some point. When we do that one, maybe a little Sublime in it. Definitely on the back, we'll put one in there. Yeah. And you don't be shy. You can run over the fringes with this too. Yeah, just go nuts. Now I am seeing the water now, and the foam we're making is much cleaner. So at least we got through that first outer layer on this rug. So on Fridays, I try to, on that note of enjoying ourselves, I try to. We try to shut the shop down around like 1 o'clock. Typically, I play golf every day at 2 o'clock on a Friday. I'm gonna be. She's laughing at me, but I'm being honest. But I do work pretty much every Saturday and Sunday. Not always from work, but a lot of our business comes from social media, and people message us all hours of the day and night. And I see a whole bunch of people just kind of tuning in. We are ATC Rug Washing, especially cleaning services. Coming at you live from New York. We are on Long Island. My name is Pat. I'm going to be with you for the rest of this live. We try to do one of these every Thursday. We've really been sticking to doing this live Q&A style. I stand behind the camera 3-4 hours, answer any questions you have. I take you through our cleaning process, what we're doing, what's going on with each rug. Right now, we are cleaning a rug here that is very heavily soiled, and they were smokers in the home. So there's a nicotine buildup, which we really don't see too much anymore. A lot of people, even smokers, are electing to not smoke as much in their house. But definitely, this one is pretty big buildup of that going on. But it's great. It makes great content. Are you rolling your eyes at me? What about peroxide? Yeah, peroxide is a phenomenal thing to try to clean, use to clean in your home. So a couple things with peroxide. The only caveat is to make sure you color fast test anything. You do not want to use peroxide on wool. You will leave a circle stain where you sprayed it, and that'll be permanent because you remove the color. But we do use a ton of peroxide here, believe it or not. Now, the nice thing about peroxide is as it dries, the peroxide itself dissipates, the extra molecule dissipates, and it just leaves water behind. So it is a not completely green, non-resoiling cleaning solution. So if you're trying to clean a synthetic material, you absolutely can use peroxide, and it will work very well. It's, again, very safe to use. What you do want to avoid, sometimes at Home Depot you'll find the peroxide that you find like in the regular brown bottles, that is 3% hydrogen peroxide. You do not want to, sometimes at a Home Depot you could find 12% peroxide. Couple things with that. Number one, you will absolutely ruin any rug that you accidentally weren't supposed to put it on, or a couch or anything like that. The other thing is if you touch 3% peroxide for long enough, it'll actually cause a chemical burn on your hand. It happens to us all the time here by accident. We always try to wear gloves, but a lot of what I do here is I tell the guys not to do something and then I do it anyway. So 12% peroxide will absolutely burn your hands. And I don't actually understand why Home Depot even sells that, because it is extremely dangerous to touch. And it's just very powerful in general. You're better off using 3% peroxide more times than ever trying to increase the concentration from 3% to either 12% or 6% or whatever. Now, I'm not usually troll the channels. I can't do it actually doing something productive in life as a farmer, better, or this is informational watch. Well, thank you very much. And we really appreciate you watching. And I'm glad that you guys are finding some value to this. It seems like everybody who tunes in really likes these Q&A ones especially. It's a little hard for me to do all the time, but I do try to do as many as I can, and we really are sticking to the Thursday one. Yes, exactly, Stephen. And that's a lesson. So, we obviously tell all of our employees here definitely wear gloves, and sometimes when they're here themselves, they don't. You learn that lesson one time real quick. Now, at the 12% level, you're not going to really cause any permanent damage, at least. But in our industry, now nobody's going to sell anybody this, at least, thank God. But you can buy 20 and 40% peroxide. It's extremely dangerous to use. Yeah, you can. You're definitely on when you're waxing a floor, anonymous with one of these machines, you could definitely go for a little bit of a ride. I cannot believe how much is coming out of this. Now, not so much me, but my father, he used to talk about when we used to, our main business, if you're just tuning in, our main business here is office cleaning, and this part of our business, the rug cleaning, is a brand new arm to our main business. And the reason we got into this business is because during COVID, less and less people were going into offices, so we figured we better figure out a way to get into their houses. And for one reason or another, we chose rug cleaning. But back in the day, my father used to tell me stories about how when they would clean offices, when smoking was still very common, how much this nicotine would build up on walls and furniture, and just, they would go like to, they'd have their offices would routinely have to get their walls cleaned because you wouldn't even be able to paint over them from all the buildup. And he said it used to be, you would wipe like a wall down with a rag and it'd be covered in the same yellowish brown substance you're seeing come off this rug here. And again, this rug, if you're just tuning in, this is in one of our customers' homes, and they smoke in the home. And we are just trying to get it as clean as possible for them. The biggest issue I can see on this rug is the rug itself is getting a lot cleaner, but the fringes are definitely still very dirty. We already power washed them once. And we're going to try to clean them one more time. We might have to do a little bit of extra work to these once this rug is dry. But we're going to really give it another go here on the wash floor. I see somebody else asking some questions. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's Chinese, or Japanese, or Korean, but I can't read them. I apologize. Ranch up the side of the building, hot steam, big rug, wash carpets, and bring us some money. I'll do anything to market this. Now, if you've been watching us, we were cleaning that little tufted rug. And when we clean these, we actually have to dry them upside down. And they take a little longer to clean than your average rug. They take a little longer to dry than your average rug. Oh, well, thank you very much for watching. And again, we try to do, we do a couple of live videos every week. We do this style where I stand behind the camera, I talk for a couple hours, explain everything we're doing, ask any questions you guys have. And by the way, if you guys have any questions, you're just tuning in, please ask away. I will answer any question you guys ask me. It doesn't just have to be about rug cleaning, cleaning in general, anything. Anything you want to ask me, I'll do my best to answer. Dry baking soda for a day would help lift up some of the nicotine. I don't know. Maybe. In general, you need to use something that is going to really break up the nicotine. I don't know if baking soda would actually do that. Especially dry baking soda. It might. Definitely would help maybe with some of the odor. But in general, you need to use something really formulated for nicotine. It's actually kind of similar from a cleaning perspective to like body oil. So you need to use like something either citrus based or some kind of something that's actually going to break down body oil or the bond that the nicotine has on this rug here. Valerie from Northern Ireland, thank you very much for watching. And hello. Exactly. We are hello from London. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Hello. And we are based in New York. We are on Long Island. We're coming at you live from New York, everybody. It's definitely getting much nicer looking, much cleaner, much fresher looking. The middle of the rug is actually really starting to look nice. It's the fringes on this one that are going to be a little bit more tricky. Yes, so nicotine is soluble in alcohol. Hello again, TJ. Thank you for tuning in. But in general, we don't want to use too much alcohol when we clean rugs. And there's a couple of reasons for that. I wouldn't be overly worried about it on this particular rug. But a lot of the color in rugs, some of them are pigment. And any kind of pigment, when it touches alcohol, will immediately start to move. So in general, because I don't want my guys to use the wrong thing by accident, have to really try to identify where every color, what type of dye it is, or if it's pigment or it's vegetable dye, we try to avoid that issue. But yes, you're absolutely right. Nicotine is soluble in alcohol. Actually, a lot of things are soluble in alcohol. And we do use some alcohol-based products here. We actually we do a lot of so part of this business now that we are cleaning rugs for customers. Once we're in their home, we offer just to our rug customers a whole bunch of other services. So we'll clean obviously wall-to-wall carpet. We'll clean tile and grout. We will clean furniture, and actually we clean wood floors, and we'll actually screen and recoat floors as well. But when we clean wood floors, we use alcohol-based products. And alcohol-based products, because we're so worried about keeping wood floors wet, they dry very rapidly, and they actually pull more moisture out of the floor than when we started, before we started cleaning. So they actually leave the floors drier than when we started cleaning. So they're extremely safe to use on wood floors to avoid buckling and any kind of stuff like that. Does YouTube help our business? So our main channels on social media that actually directly grow our business are right now Facebook and Instagram, because we're able to really target the areas that we live in, and our whole business really comes from Facebook and Instagram specifically. But we are getting a lot of people, especially during these live feeds or just on our comments in general, about how you guys watching us can send rugs to us. And you see the guys here, they're just kind of working on these fringes a little bit more. So we are actually working, and I'm hoping in the next maybe week, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we're trying to figure out the most efficient way, the most seamless way for you to be able to send a rug to us for cleaning, and then we send it back to you. And we will, if you're a YouTube watcher, you find us on YouTube, we will absolutely make videos for you, and we'll give you guys shout outs, and we'll make your rug famous. Now, the other thing we tried a little bit with YouTube is we ran a couple of, like, you can target pretty regionally. You can really pick zip codes and target for ads, so it's something that we're going to start doing, I think. It's just there's so many different ways to advertise. It gets a little overwhelming sometimes. And thank you very much for the kind words. Did we put anything into the fringes?
No, we sprayed. I have some one in the,
Okay.
the shampoos. I just used that to kind of.
Yeah.
Do you want me to throw some?
Is there any fringe cleaner made? At this point, throw whatever at it. No, that won't work. Don't go nuts. Don't go nuts. Just yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna kind of get towards the end on this one a little bit. I'm gonna really work on these fringes for another couple minutes. Give the rug a good rinse, see if there's any like other unique stains or anything we've unearthed now that we've gotten this very heavy dirt layer off of it. And then it's gonna go into our centrifuge. And these fringes, they're definitely gonna look a lot better than when we started. We're probably gonna need a little bit of touch up on them. We do get some, I haven't gotten any phallic symbols from trolls yet, but we do get some trolling sometimes. People are funny. What's funny is as soon as they do, I mean, I can block them. It's kind of a wasted effort for a lot of people. So we do some of those. We do so many shorts. Jamie, how many shorts do you think we have out right now? Got to be like 900. We pretty much post like 3 or 4 shorts per day. 2 of those shorts come from our longer videos. YouTube allows us to remix our longer videos. We have a ton of long videos too. So we do 2 of those, and then every day you guys get 2. Our channel, we post 2 brand new, never before seen shorts at least. I try to do a little bit more on the weekend if we can. Oh, SM. Yeah, I mean, listen, if they want to pay me and they put a any kind of funny, unique symbol, I mean, we'll probably clean maybe we'll remove that first, but then we'll clean it for them. In fact, now that you mention SM, I might have to actually that might actually be something I have to put into some kind of box they have to check on my website or something. I wasn't really thinking that way, but now that you say it, that's probably absolutely going to happen. So definitely going to want to say something. Definitely going to want to maybe plan for that. All right, so these are definitely looking a lot better. I think what we do, I think we rinse the rug out, and then do that last.
Or we can do that.
Yeah.
We don't want to just twist it.
Either way, let's see what comes out of it.
Do it first?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Looking better? Looking better from here. And again, if anybody's just tuning in, we're ATC Rug Washing, Especially Cleaning Services, coming at you live from New York. We are on Long Island, and this is one of our Q&A style live videos. So we clean a whole bunch of rugs for you. I kind of take you through what's going on with every rug, and then I answer any questions you have. So if you have any questions, please ask away. If you just want to let us know where you're from, we've had people watch us from all over the world. It's really amazing, and we thank you all very, very much for watching. Not sure why I get. Now, what cord are you talking about? Right now, he's pretty far away from any kind of electrical line. Exactly. Hello. Thank you. Oh, well, that's just a water line. So nothing. Yeah, it's just a hose. Yeah. Nothing too dangerous can happen. This rug is definitely looking a lot better. Yeah, you could tell they're definitely walking on that side a little bit more. They definitely look, the fringes look a lot better. My God. Yes, I mean, it's definitely a hose. Yeah, the power is actually, for that machine, it's only this little cord right here. So nowhere near the water. Oh, we will, and thank you very much for watching again. Janine, is the water recycled? So this is a very new part of our business. We're only really in our second real year of this business, so we're looking into some of that. There's a couple of limitations. It's actually pretty costly to set up, and our water bill here is actually really cheap. But we are looking into a way to do that. It's just, again, we're really learning this as we go with some of this stuff. Crazy. Yeah, this one's looking much better. We're getting towards the end of this one here, so what we're going to do next is, now you're going to see when we put this in the centrifuge, a ton, I would expect, is going to come out of it. Now, what our centrifuge really does is it allows us to rinse the rugs and then actually get them really dry. And every time you're seeing what they're doing right now, so Juan right now is running the fire hose, Jason is doing the squeegee. Our centrifuge replicates that in about 10 to 15 times in 1 minute. So we like to do this really to, get the bulk of it out, and also make sure that at this point, if there's any kind of weird stain that we see, now I don't really see it from standing back here, I don't really see anything unique or crazy going on. But at a certain point, we're just going to let that centrifuge do most of the work. And yes, we are going to run the water under one more time. And let's see what comes out. And you're going to see a lot of that water coming out now as we squeegee the rug. So let's see. Not too bad, actually. Kind of really getting there. So at this point, we're going to put it into the centrifuge. If we had no YouTube channel, will that business still be worth doing? Yeah, so right now, really none of our business comes directly from YouTube. Now, our YouTube channel is growing, and we do at this point, so we actually just got monetized. Now, you really don't make a lot in the beginning, so it's not really I'm hoping one day our channel grows where it becomes a steady stream of income, as part of this business. But right now, we really don't make a lot of money. We don't really get a lot of direct customers from YouTube. Now, we are going to try. We're working on having people watching from, it's probably going to be limited just to the U.S., but anybody watching us from the U.S. very soon should be able to send rugs to us for cleaning, and that would make our YouTube channel definitely instantly more valuable, because we get the most views on YouTube, but all of our business is very local, and it really predominantly from Facebook and Instagram. SM, yeah, if you watch enough of our channel and you figure out the chemistry, you definitely could open your own rug shop. Oh, definitely at least work here. All right, so this rug is now in our centrifuge, and what we're trying to do, that rug goes in there rolled up, and I'll go over the centrifuge a little bit later. I'll kind of show you what it looks like in there. But what we're trying to do is get the rug to actually open up now to the walls of the centrifuge, and once that happens, and we can kind of tell a couple different ways. The sound of a rug might change in there. So right now I can kind of hear the rug hasn't caught. It's making almost sounds like the rug is just rolling loosely in there. As soon as that sound goes away, or we start to see liquid coming out of this tube, now you can hear a little bit of a pitch change. Now this rug is caught. So what we're doing is now we're going to start actively rinsing the rug. And we're going to run this machine now. We're going to do probably 3-4 rinses or so until that water you see down there becomes clear. And what he's doing first, he's actually not running any water through the rug. He's just actually emptying the water that was in the rug, and now I can tell he's going to start to rinse. So over here, he's controlling a valve. That's a water valve. He's got to turn the pump on first. There you go. And once he turns this on, you'll start to see water coming out. It takes a few seconds, because what's happening is every time we turn the water on, the water is now filling up the actual rug. And then once it's full, it starts to actually push through the rug. And there it goes. And this machine does a really good job of this step. So we want to let this machine do the work, or else we could literally be here all day trying to do this. If we tried to do this manually, it would take forever to actually keep squeegeeing and squeegeeing. It would be endless. All right, so now that's the first rinse you're watching there. We're gonna do a couple more. And let's get the next rug that we're gonna clean. So what time is it? 11:30. Let's do, give me 1 second. Yeah, I think so. Come on, yep, grab that one, yep. All right, we're gonna do the next rug for this customer because I think this is gonna take a few minutes. Now I'm a little, this rug here might bleed a little bit, and it's from the same household where they were smoking in the house. So this should be kind of a fun one for us to clean. Let's see what happens. It is just shy of 11:30. It's about 11:25. Yeah, this is probably going to be a little tricky. Okay. Now, I don't see anywhere near as much of that buildup. This rug actually looks significantly cleaner than the last one. So hopefully we don't have to keep it wet too long. Yes, in the morning. So let me give them a little idea of what we're going to do, and then we'll start doing it. So let me just talk to them for a second on how to actually tackle this one. All right, guys, so. All right, so just a little bit of a little strategy session here with the guys in order how to clean this properly. So when I see a rug like this, typically a rug like this really won't bleed, but because it comes from a house that they do have a dog, I believe, and also these are smokers in the home, I'm actually thinking, SM, like to your point here with the fringes being, I mean, they're pretty dirty down there, a little hard to see on camera. If you look here, though, these are much whiter than down there. But it looks like they might have been smoking in one room in the house. Because this does no way near looks like it's as heavy. I think this was actually in their dining room, so maybe they just weren't smoking in the dining room, which makes sense. And what we're doing now, so we're actually making our wool rug cleaning solution. We're actually adding something to it. If this does bleed, in our shop, there's a couple different ways that we can approach rugs that bleed. So there's two theories of thought. The first one is to try to stop bleeding before it starts. The caveat to that and the problem that we face with that, especially on this particular rug where I don't know how much dirt we're going to get out of it, all of those agents that you put on a rug, the longer you, the longer that you clean the rug, the more likely that those anti-bleeding agents are going to stay. They're going to run off the rug during the cleaning process. So in our shop here, when a rug bleeds, we just we plan for that and we allow it to happen. Now you'll never get a rug to bleed, a wool rug to bleed enough where after we clean it, you'll notice any kind of actual color loss. And if we wet this rug right now and you see color coming out right away, that's actually not bleeding. That is a process called crocking, which means that the rug was probably over-dyed. You can stop that, yeah. What's your customer most... Anyway, so we actually add something to this that on a molecular level, any color molecule that comes out of the rug binds to other color molecules, making it too large to actually go inside the rug. Hit the stop button, Juan, kill it. Flat, thank you for tuning in from Iowa. Are most of my customers foreigners? No. I mean, everybody lives on Long Island. American House is very loud. We're starting to see, especially in our area, way more wood flooring and like luxury vinyl flooring, stuff like that. All right, so we're going to pre-treat the fringes on this one. And then we are going to start cleaning this rug. Juan, do me a favor.
Love it, man.
All right, thank you. Say hello, Tom. This is Tom. We're live on YouTube, Tom. There he is. Tom owns a company called Steam Pro. He's a local carpet cleaner here on Long Island. And we have a great partnership with them. And we help them do a lot of rug cleaning for their customers. And I think he's bringing us a very large rug today, which I think we're going to showcase in maybe a live video next week. It's a very large rug. I think he said it's about 12 by 24, I believe. So I'm going to help him grab that really quick. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so you guys know what you're doing? Okay.
Run left.
Okay. This back?
Is it back? Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right, I'm back. Let's see here. This carpet's already clean. Yeah, I mean, not terrible. I mean, definitely dirty, but from what I can tell, and not really bleeding at all, so that's always good. Okay, yo. You guys turned this into a little bit of a political thing. I got rug cleaning drama. Yeah, let's try it if we can to keep the politics out of the relaxing rug cleaning videos. All right, so I'm definitely seeing some dirt kind of coming out of definitely the corner down there. Little, yeah, a little bit, but that looks like crocking to me. Yeah. Yeah, I see a little brown too. A little tinge, but that looks mostly like dirt. Definitely rinse that off first down there a little bit, yeah. No worries, guys. Okay. All right, so it looks like this one is not really causing any problems like I talked about earlier that it might, which is good. Definitely those fringes down there a little bit dirty, so we're going to work on those. But the rug itself, the face of the rug looks pretty clean. J-Man, there is, and thank you for watching. So we found the best way to clean fringe. If you're just tuning in now, we are power washing the fringes on this rug here. Now, this is the second of 2 rugs for one of our customers where the first rug, they smoke in the house, but the first rug was obviously much closer to the smoke. This one is much cleaner. And it looks like the power washing is working pretty well. Might be a little hard to see our camera, so I gotta zoom in a little bit. But these fringes are starting to look a lot cleaner. And if you're just tuning in, I had to help one of our carpet cleaner friends here on Long Island. We're coming at you live from New York. We are ATC Rug Washing, Especially Cleaning Services, and this is one of our Q&A AMA style live, so please feel free to ask any questions you guys have about cleaning or anything really in general. Let's try to keep the politics out of it a little bit. And now I'm starting to see all that dirt kind of run off now. A little bit, nothing crazy. Now you're going to see a little red tinge to this dirty water here. And just by looking at this, this looks like a crocking to me, not bleeding. And crocking is what happens when the first time we wash a rug. Sometimes it's a handmade rug, so they dye the rug fibers by hand. And sometimes they over dye them a bit. And whenever we wet the rug, we start to clean it, some of that starts to get removed from the rug. It's actually really good for the rug to remove it. And it's going to make this rug really pop after the cleaning. And as I look around the rug, I don't see any red going into any places it doesn't belong. The lighter beige color in the middle and the border looks like it's perfectly intact. So we're just going to kind of clean this as normal. So maybe just one more face, little dye release, just a cake. Just dye release and a little soap, and then we'll give it another good rinse and that's it. And you're gonna see Juan right now. He's put a little bit of water under the rug. So this allows us to rinse under the rug, obviously. And the reason we do that is every time we wet the front of the rug, we scrub it. We start to use a squeegee. We push some of that dirt and that loose color now down to the back of the rug. Good question. What time is it? It is 11:45 in New York. All right, so we're gonna get this one into the centrifuge. Now we're doing a little bit of a different process with this one. We call it diapering the rug. So we're actually gonna put this canvas over the rug. And and you can actually see there's a little bit of a red tint to this already. We've done this a few times on some rugs that have bled. And what this allows us to do is that any color that does maybe potentially move in the centrifuge, it goes into that canvas and doesn't move around to other spots in the rug. Now, we're not really seeing that happen as we wash it right now, but in the centrifuge, the force that centrifuge is spinning can definitely cause that to happen sometimes. So this is just an extra layer of protection that we can do, and we like to do whenever we can. And I see you guys have a bunch of questions. I'm going to get to all of them in a second. I would take the canvas, I would just roll, yeah, like almost do that, yep. Perfect. And now we've got it almost looks like a burrito going into the centrifuge. Have we ever accidentally ruined a customer's rug? It only happened to us, it wasn't really an accident, it happened one time. We had a feeling it would happen, and we talked to our customer about it. They wanted to clean it anyway, and all the color came out of the rug. Now that particular rug, it was made of a material called mercerized cotton. And mercerized cotton is very similar to, in construction, to like a cotton ball. So as easy as you can get color into a cotton ball and liquid into a cotton ball is as easy as it can come out. Jay, no water. I didn't know rugs had such a market. I see these cleaning videos all the time. Yeah, there's actually a really large market for rug cleaning, especially because you have a hard time cleaning rugs in customers' homes because you don't want to, especially rugs with urine, you do not want to over wet wood flooring or just leave rugs too wet too long because they will get mold and mildew in our customers' homes. So that's why a lot of people elect to have them taken out, and we really can clean them properly this way. And obviously our process here is much more in depth than any of the other methods we can use in a home. Kill. See if you turn it down a lot, if it'll catch. Starting to see some water come out. Okay. The dirtiest rug I've ever cleaned. That last one was actually really dirty before this red one we just put in the centrifuge now. But we've had a couple. We actually, on our channel, if you the main video, I think it's for returning visitors to our channel. We actually titled that, "Is this the dirtiest rug we've ever recorded?" That one was definitely up there. That video's a little old now. It's about 9 months old. And I think we had another rug as well recently that I think we titled the video, it's a long format video, where we titled the video "The Dirtiest Rug of 2024. But in general, they do, we're always sometimes we're a little surprised at how dirty a rug can actually be. Hi guys, UK here. What is the average time to spend cleaning a rug this size? How long do you need it to work? Teresa, so thank you for watching. Thank you for the question. Let's grab another one off the shelf. So in general, when we're cleaning a rug, the cleaning process itself only takes around 15 to 20 minutes. And if the rug has urine on it, though, or some other kind of odor issue, or maybe like a mold or mildew issue, it takes a little bit longer to clean. It can really double the time, usually closer to about 40 minutes. Now, sometimes we'll elect to roll up a rug and let the solution work. So it doesn't really take us a lot of time, labor-wise, extra time over the 30 or 40 minutes. But it can, we just really want to let our cleaning solutions do their job. And SM, you got it. That's fascinating. Watch the process goes into cleaning rugs. I would imagine some of the rugs are family heirlooms. Yes, so we have been fortunate enough in our shop to get some very unique, very, very old pieces come in. We had a rug come in. We've had a couple of rugs come in. So we work with a lot of rug dealers, people who buy and sell rugs for a living, and they tend to bring in some of the most unique stuff we've ever had. I've had a couple of rugs come into my shop over 150 years old. We've had a bunch of really nice looking ceremonial pieces, a lot of tapestries that are rugs that you would hang on a wall. And some of those are really, really cool looking, and you can tell somebody spent. I think we had one come in. It depicted an entire brothel. It was about like maybe 5 by 7-ish in size, maybe 6 by 8, and it definitely took somebody by hand well over a year to make. This is really interesting to watch. Thank you very much for tuning in, Demonic. Yeah, this one here, whose rug is this? Oh, okay. Wool rug on the back. It's got a very unique, we're just going to clean the front. Yep. Just the front of the rug, yep. Okay, so actually, Jason, do me a favor, just fold back one corner. All right, so you see this rug here has a very unique back on it. Oh, go ahead. It's a tufted rug. Yep, yeah, good. You can put it down. So on this particular rug, there's no urine, and we really don't want to overly wet that back layer because in between this front layer and the back layer, there's a layer of latex. Now, I see somebody had mentioned this rug looks brand new. If you get your rugs cleaned regularly, even though they look brand new, you're actually removing a lot of dust from them. And that's how you let your rugs. Live a lot longer. So it's very good that this customer no, guys. Yeah, okay. Wet it a little more, maybe. What is the most expensive rug we ever cleaned? So one of the rugs that came in, it was a runner, 150 somewhat years old. It's actually made out of camel hair. And we think that rug was valued around, it was appraised around like $85,000 or so. And we were very, very happy to have that come in and clean it. It's just a really cool looking piece. Hello, Mark. Thank you for the question. Thank you for watching. Do we filter and reuse water? So we are looking into water reclamation and recycling some of the water here. This part of our business is brand new. We're actually in our second full year. So it's something that we're looking into. Guys, you can stop that one. Yeah. Something that we're looking into. It's just, it is a little cost. It's a little expensive to actually put that kind of system in. And our water cost here is very low. So we're trying to find a way that we can do it economically that makes sense. And again, it's just such a new part of our business. We're trying to figure all that stuff out. And we've actually been in business since 1978, so we've been in business a long time. I had said this a couple times before, but for anybody new joining, our actual main business is office cleaning. And during COVID, we realized that less and less people were going into offices, so we better figure out a way to get into their houses. And one way or another, towards the end of 21, we stepped our foot into rug cleaning, and we took this business very seriously last year in 2023. Really, the 2022 to 2023 season, our season, that kind of runs with the regular year. So we took it real serious, very serious in 2023. And this is like our second real full year of actually trying to do this at scale for customers and really trying to grow this business. You guys do it smooth. Well, thank you. Now, on a rug like this, we're really just, because of the construction of the rug, we're really just going to give this a really good face wash. And then we're going to get it as dry as we can in the centrifuge and get right on to the next one. Now, if this rug had urine on it, it's a little bit more involved. Let's take a look at the red rug we just pulled out. And I'm definitely seeing on the canvas there a little bit of color that was there was some color on this canvas to begin with, I'm seeing definitely a little bit more. So I'm really glad we put that canvas in there, because as he takes the canvas away, you're going to see all that color is now where it belongs on the rug. And that's really all we're ever trying to do. Just get it as clean as possible, as safely as possible for the actual item we're cleaning. Huh? So we put that canvas on there because if the colors, there was a little bit of bleeding. So in the centrifuge, there's two things that can happen to us. Number one, color can move around, so it catches that color. But the biggest problem we have is sometimes when it's catching, like part of the rug will actually slap another part of the rug, and you'll see it. You'll in like a line. That's impossible to remove. Juan is focused. Juan is focused. They love you, Juan. Not a ton on this one. Now this is, I was trying to say on the video before, sometimes the more often you do this regularly, the longer it'll last. And some customers just want their stuff really clean. These are our favorite customers. Isn't that right, Tom? Yeah, more routine cleaning is exactly what we want. I would rather go into somebody's house every year than once every 5 years.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
What country? We are in the U.S. We are in New York, coming at you live from New York on Long Island. And we are ATC Rug Washing, especially cleaning services. This is one of our this is one of our Q&A AMA style live videos. Juan, you can go right to rinse in this one. Yeah. And we try to do one of these every Thursday. My name is Pat. I stay behind the camera here, and I talk to you guys for about 3 to 4 hours. Answer any questions you have, and I take you through our rug cleaning process, why we're doing what we're doing to each rug, and how we're doing it. Every Thursday, yeah. My voice is getting better at it. I used to lose my voice when I was doing these. Tom? Nice to see you.
If you pull it down, you usually keep those rails on.
Well, baby.
Hold this rug. Try to take them off the rack.
Hello, Peggy. Scratching, they got it right. We are in New York, on Long Island. All right, so we got, let's see. Put them on one. No, put them on one. Oh, okay. All right, so I've actually elected to not hang this rug for a little bit. So what happens sometimes with wool rugs, the wool dries at a different speed than the cotton, and the rug starts to kind of shrink and get a little hard. Now that goes away when it dries, but we run the risk of, if we hang it, I just don't want the rug to crack or break or anything. It comes a little bit brittle and a little hard to work with, so we're gonna let that kind of dry for a little bit on the floor, and then as it gets drier, it gets a little softer, easier to work with, and then we'll hang it up. Danielle in Oklahoma, thank you very much for watching, and we hope you guys are all enjoying our relaxing cleaning aspect of this, and I hope you guys are finding a little bit of information, finding it a little bit informative. And this is a Q&A AMA style, so if you're just tuning in, please ask any questions you guys have. My job here today is to answer any questions you have and take you through the cleaning process on every rug that we clean. And this one is almost finished. This is probably going to be the last rinse, a little squeegee, and then we'll get this one into the centrifuge and we'll get to the next rug. And I'm trying to go probably another 30 minutes or so on today's live, so maybe get 1 or 2 more rugs done. What size boots? I think Jason is maybe around a 13, 14, and Juan is probably around like a 10-ish. All right, so this one's going in the centrifuge, and then actually we're gonna make one of our advertisements here. You get to kind of see a little behind the scenes on how we do some of that. So an offer that we have for our customers, we call it Free Rug Friday. So we don't clean them on Fridays, but if you bring a small rug to our facility, we will clean that rug for free, up to a certain amount of square feet, usually about 20 or 25 square feet or so. So we're going to clean this little one right here, this little tufted rug, for free for a customer. And what we do with those videos, we like to have a little fun with it. You guys can see some of the stuff coming out of that rug. Heloisa Martins, hello. Thank you for watching. So we're going to put a little water through this rug now. Let's see how much we get out of it. Now this rug was pretty clean. They're not, some of them are steel toe. The main aspects of the boots we're wearing are slip resistance. Because the wash floor, not slippery at all, but this VCT floor that we have does get a little slippery. All right, so you're seeing now, there's a little bit of dirt here, but there's also a little bit of the, on this tufted rug, there's a latex layer in between the back of the rug and the front of the rug, and a little of that comes out when we wash it. So we're just going to give this a really good rinse to make sure we get out any dirt we left behind, but we are going to not really rinse it too much. Jay, good. All right, so we're going to give this one, that's one good rinse there. Just get as much soap out as we can. Now the soap that we're using when we clean these rugs is a non-resoiling end cap cleaning product. And what that means is when it dries, it actually crystallizes and is easily vacuumed away. It's very different than other carpet cleaning chemistry. A lot of the carpet cleaners in your home, if you have somebody come to your wall-to-wall carpet, they will use something that will actively attract soil, and that's how it cleans. This product actively repels soil away. So it's a little bit of a different method of cleaning, and when you're using this much water, what it's really doing is making the water wetter. Like I said, now we're going to make one of these. Why do you put the carpets at the entrance of the centrifuge, not at the bottom of the centrifuge? So that is how this centrifuge is designed to work. It's built like an absolute tank. Our old centrifuge, we used to have to try to balance the rug in the middle of the centrifuge, which is very difficult sometimes. This particular one, though, the other reason is the way that the water works when we're rinsing is a little different. Jay, just do me a favor. Just move those ones like over here. Yeah, just because we're going to do the video on that one. Yeah. I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, so our centrifuge, we put it to the front because the water is actually, when it comes out, it's actually pitched downward, it hits the rug, and then the force of the centrifuge spinning sends that water all the way down the tube. So by design, the rug needs to actually be in the front of the centrifuge. All right, so, Orienta, you want to make a little of this first? Yeah, we'll just put a little on there and let him go. What do you got? Got something to get something to smell? Just use a little, just make one, yeah. All right, so. No, you're gonna record it like normal. All right, so on this rug here, I was saying before, we're gonna do one of our free rug cleaning videos. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna set them up and then you get to watch that from a distance here. And we're doing these two little mats with this. This is a separate customer. She gave us a whole bunch of rugs. She had these two tiny little pieces we're just going to clean for really quick as well. And you see some of that dirt immediately coming out. Wow. You might have to do it by hand. I don't know, let's see. It's a big machine for a tiny rug. Do I think we have the best tools for carpet cleaning? I like to think so, yeah. I mean, we pretty much have everything that you can get. And some of the, when we get our new wash floor, so we're actually getting a if you're just tuning in, you didn't hear me say it before, we're actually getting a much bigger wash floor, and with that, we are getting in a crane lift that will automatically help us lift the very large rugs onto our cart here. So we will not have to have our guys struggle. Sometimes if you ever watch our channel, sometimes we're using 3-4 guys to pick up super heavy big rugs to get them on this cart. We're actually putting in an automatic crane lift that will hold up to 1,500 pounds. So we are trying to, as we expand the place, we're just adding new pieces of equipment to make the process more efficient and easier. I don't think we need any, for whatever we're using right now, there's nothing really damaging to the face or anything. If the guys wanted to wear it, they absolutely could wear a face shield. If somebody had asked for one, I would definitely supply them with it. All right, so you got the wool rug? Yeah, so you have wool rug shampoo? Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna put it down and do the upside down. No, you can't hang it. Upside down. But if you can get it under here, maybe great. Huh? You can do it now, great. If you can fit it. Thank you. Thank you guys again for watching. All right, so you're gonna get to see some of how shorts are made magic. Yeah. All right, so what we do, again, if you're just tuning in, we make, whenever we have them, so if a customer brings us a small rug, now this rug would qualify, we actually clean it for free, we make a video, and we use that video to advertise further on Facebook and Instagram. So right now we're gonna make one of those. You guys go ahead, pretend I'm not here. I got it, okay. These are our free rug Friday videos. So the way we do it usually during some part of the cleaning process, Jamie over here does all of our filming. We'll cut to one of our employees and they'll yell Free Rug Friday. They've created a whole bunch of ways to do this. Anthony and Joe specifically, who usually do this live on Thursdays, they like to go a little crazy with it. And if you find us on Facebook or Instagram, you'll get to see all those videos. Jason tends to make a much more normal version of it.
On Friday.
Woo! And there you go. That's how we make ads. All right. So now this rug in general, this is a tufted rug, very similar to the last rug. There's no urine on it, and we really don't want to agitate the back of this rug too much. There's really no need to. So we are just really going to give it a really good face wash, and then we're going to get it in our centrifuge, and it'll be nice and clean for our customer. Now, we don't really show this all the time because every time I try to make these videos, nobody really watches them. But every rug we clean before we wash it, it goes through a very extensive dusting process. Actually, the first thing we do when a rug comes in is we actually pre-inspect the rug for any kind of damage, any kind of unique stuff that we want to go over with the customer. And then we document everything. We take a ton of pictures of every rug before, and then we actually dust the rugs. Now, we dust the rugs a couple of different ways. We have a tumbler duster, which allows the rugs to gently fall on themselves and lets all the dust kind of fall to the bottom, and all the small particles get vacuumed in a very large HEPA vacuum. We also utilize a rug badger. Now that device, you might be able to see it in the distance here. It's that red device you see right here. What that does, we turn a rug upside down, and it gently beats the back of it. We put the rug on metal grates, and any dust that gets unearthed falls through the grates. And then the last method we use a forced air system, which allows us to very gently, it blows air into the rug, and then the dust kind of flies out, and we have fans that blow that dust outside. And 70% of all the dirt that you find in rugs is dry soil. So it's very important to remove that, so when we wash a rug, we're not making a lot more mud and really making it harder to clean and more unnecessary. And that's why sometimes, I'm going to reiterate on this, our channel, we clean rugs for actual customers. A lot of times, and I'm grateful for them, there's a lot of people who are cleaning rugs just to make content, ASMR content, and making rugs dirty on purpose. but no actual genuine rug cleaner. If they ever even got a rug that dirty, which none of us ever would, nobody would ever actually clean it that way. It's the wrong way to clean it, to take a rug covered in filth and not remove some of that filth that can come off without wetting the rug. And again, if you guys are just tuning in, we are ATC Rug Washing and Specialty Cleaning Services. My name is Pat. Today you're watching Jason over here on the left, Juan right now with the fire hose. We are coming at you live from New York. We do a couple of live videos on our channel. This particular one is one of our Q&A AMA style live videos. So if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer every question I get today. We've had a whole bunch of questions already today. I'm very grateful for everybody who's asked. It does make my job a lot easier behind the camera. And also, if you want to let us know where you're tuning in from, please, by all means, let us know. And you will occasionally see Jamie over here as well. Wave, Jamie. And Jamie does all of our filming. She films all the shorts, all of the long format videos on our channel. And the live videos that we're doing now, these are pretty new for us. We only started doing these maybe like a month and a half ago. And we're really just trying to stick to it. We actually get the most views while we're live. And we get really a good chance to interact with our audience. So if you do have any questions, please ask away. And we are coming up on the 3-hour mark here, about 15 minutes away. So we're going to be wrapping this up in a few minutes. We're going to finish that rug in the centrifuge. And then we're going to kind of just do these two little guys right here. Give him a little squeegee. Woo. And even the tiny rugs hold a ton of dirt. I think you're being facetious two ways there, Frankie. Obviously not 10,000 gallons, and obviously they're a little smaller than 2x5. And again, as we wrap up here, if you guys have any more questions, please let me know. And basically, we'll try to get this last one out of the centrifuge. We'll show you how it looks. And then that'll be the end of today's live video. Alright, give this one a few more minutes to get out of the centrifuge. And I'll show you guys what the inside of the centrifuge looks like. And on this live today, we cleaned a whole bunch for you guys. So we got the two tufted rugs on the floor here. Now we dry those overnight upside down. And then we, if they're still a little wet, we'll hang them the next day. And we cleaned a whole bunch today. We cleaned the wool rug over there all the way in the back that had some pet urine on it. This one here had a ton of nicotine damage, actually. A ton of nicotine buildup. Our customers smoke in their home. You can actually tell, if you stuck with us for the whole video, those fringes look a million times better. We had this fun little pink one here. Behind it was another very dirty synthetic rug. Now on the pink one, I have a little bit of a before picture. And you can see that before and after there, so much cleaner. Really get an idea how dirty it was. And we also cleaned this red one here. Now this was from the same home as the one right here. But this came from the dining room, and definitely no way near as much of that nicotine buildup. And again, we're drying this one on the floor to allow the rug to relax a little bit, because the wool and the cotton, most wool rugs are on a cotton foundation, and the wool starts to dry a little quicker than the cotton, and it can shrink a bit. Now that relaxes as it dries, but this allows us to really make sure we don't do any damage to the rug. So we'll hang this up as it softens a little bit later. And I can tell Jason just shut the centrifuge off. So once the machine stops, we'll take a little look inside. Okay, so inside is our centrifuge, and really it's a very simple machine. It's this outer tube you see here and an inner tube inside, and that inner tube has a bunch of holes. It's completely perforated, and all it really does is allow water to pass through that inner tube, through the rug, through the inner tube, into the outer tube, and the entire machine is pitched down, and that's how you get the water to kind of flow out of the end of the pipe there. And here you go. A nice clean rug. Now the last thing we're going to do to this wool rug is we are going to groom the rug. So if one of you guys could just groom the rug really quick. And what that does is allows us to, and by the way, this is Ruggy over here, our mascot. This allows us to, what we want to do is we want to, this wool rugs, it's hair. So we want to put the fibers back into their natural position. Because like hair, if we don't, then once it dries, we have to wet it again to fix it. All right, so today's video, you had Jason here, Jamie in the background, Ruggy's always here. We had Juan, and my name is Pat Jr., and we are ATC Rug Washing, especially cleaning services. We thank you guys all very, very much for watching, and I really appreciate everybody who asked questions today. Makes my job a lot easier, obviously, during these Q&As. And we'll be live again next week a couple of times, but every Thursday we do one of these live Q&A videos where I clean a whole bunch of rugs for you. I stand behind the camera for a couple hours, and I just talk and answer any questions you have and take you through our process. So again, thank you all very much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. We're going to do a couple of fun live videos next week, too, on very specific rugs. I have two very large rugs that came in today, so we'll definitely make one for one of those. And yeah, we hope you all have a wonderful day. If you do live in New York, please reach out, give us a call if you need a rug cleaned. And very soon, anybody watching our YouTube channel in the US, you will be able to send rugs to us for cleaning, and we'll make your rugs famous. Again, have a great day, and say goodbye, Ruggy.